Hi guys, and today I'll be ranking how well I think the Sunderland players have done this season. So the five on Time Master, the five categories are superb, where they've done amazing, good, where they've did a good job, average where they've been good in some games but bad in others, have not played enough to forget what pretty much means they haven't played many games, if any. They're awful. Well, I mean, every time they played, it's been terrible. So first of all, I'll just say that in position order this time. So let's get started. John McLaughlin, he has had a good season in my opinion. Made some vital saves at vital times in games, and you could argue. I know he had a shaky start to the season, but you can still argue that at times he did win us points this season. So I'll put him in good. Lee Birds, he was good the first 3 or 4 games he played in the cup, when he got given his chance in the league, but then he never covered himself in glory against Coventry and Burton when he played his last couple of games. But overall, he's been okay, so I'll put him in average. Local nine. He is one of them players where, like I said in my last video, he's one of them players where he'll do a job wherever like he's put and he won't like complain, and he'll do the job and he's chipped in with a few goals this season from right wing back, scored 4 goals and 2 assists, but it's decent. So for local nine, I'll put him in good. Colin McLaughlin, the worst right back I've ever seen play for Sunderland, and I've seen some bad players play for Sunderland in my 8 years I would see it supporting Sunderland. His positional sense is absolutely terrible, and yes, so I guess you can and Onan's Bacon while Onan's not really centre midfielder and McLaughlin the right back. Going forward and terrified to pretty much like scaring kids was going to lose the ball defensively. I would say he gets caught out position way too much. So I'm going to put him in absolutely awful. If I could make his own category, I would probably make one. Tom Flanagan, this season he's had his first set of good games. Like I remember against Ipswich, Bristol Rovers at home, Oxford, he was amazing. But they thought like away he did well against like he just did well, especially in that period where Billy Wright was there. But he's also had his first set of bad games, like the first 2 games against Oxford and Ipswich, funny enough, against Bristol Rovers before the games got called off. So for that when he's been good, you can tell, but I'm going to put him in average because I think that's what his performances deserve. Billy Wright, he hasn't played enough, but when he did play, I thought he was absolutely amazing. He looked different class in our defence, and I, I think we were a lot more solid with Billy Wright when he was in our defence. If you get what I mean, we were harder to get past. I think we had like we have one of the best defences in the league, because of since January. And I think we kept pretty much the most clean sheets in the league since January. So even though he hasn't played enough, for the games he has played, I'm going to put him in good. Ali Turk. Again, it's a bit like Tom Flanagan. He's had his fair set of good games and his fair set of bad games. I think his best was against Portsmouth, third game of the season. But other than that I would say that's his standout moment for Sunderland at the minute. But there again, there's also games where he's being a liability. So again, I'll just put him in average because of him. Jordan Willett, he'll be the first player that's going superb because he has just been amazing this season. His pace helps him like he keeps like he doesn't just defend, he gets in our attacks and stuff, what can help. And sometimes the right side is thrown because we've got Unai, we have Maguire and Willis on that side where like the other team can get caught out. So yeah. So next, Tommy Smith. I'm going to put him in, haven't saying enough because he's only played. In fact, he hasn't played at all. So yeah. Joel Lynch. I'm going to put him in average because I remember his first two games. He was absolutely amazing. Like we thought he looked the part and was a good League One defender. But since then Ramsey saw him and there's been some games, especially the Burton game where we lost 2-1 at home, it was just absolutely terrible and sulked like a baby pretty much. So yeah, I'll put him in average because he had his fair share of good games like the other centre backs, but he's also had his fair share of bad games. So yeah, Declan John, again, I'm going to put in not played enough because he hasn't played again. So how can you possibly rate him? So yeah. Then Denver Hume. If the season ended in January, Denver Hume would have won a player of the season. He was that good. Like he was causing problems. And he was just a breath of fresh air when we were doing bad. But since he scored his first goal against Wickham, he's been like complete average. He hasn't learned how to cross a ball. Yeah, so for that, I would say on his standards, it's been a good season for him, but I am going to put him in average. So yeah, Grant Ledbetter, um, he just hasn't been good all season. He couldn't even pass the ball 10 yards the last time I saw him. It pains to see it, but I'm going to put him in awful. I don't want to do it, but because of his performances, I'm going to put him there. Max Power. There was a Peyton safe where he's gone screamer after screamer after screamer where you could tell his confidence was up, and you could tell he looked the real deal in midfield. But since then, since he was given the captain armband, I don't think he's been the same player because I do think he's been trying to look after maybe people like you, and pretty much the rest of the team, and maybe not focusing on his performance. And well, one thing that really irritates with Power, we play three at the back, and literally he just sits in front of the three centre backs. I don't know if that's Parkinson telling him to, he's doing it by he's doing the call, but sorry, we don't need three centre backs and defensive mid there. But there's also times where he's useless, like giving the ball away, can't even can't even do a pass. So yes, I'm going to put him in average. Josh Scowen, I haven't seen enough of this season. Well, he's only been in since January. The game he did play, I wasn't entirely impressed by him. But he looked okay, when he came off the bench, trying to help us stay out game. So I'm just going to put in not played enough to rate. George Dobson, I think he's been our best centre midfielder this season. He can break forward, and one thing he's got energy, and one thing I like about Dobson that he gets stuck in and maybe do all the dirty work that people might not realise. The amount and yes, and he's got ridiculous energy in the middle of the park. The amount of criticism he gets is unbelievable for me. He doesn't deserve that much. So yes, and I think if you can get the right type of midfielder to go with Dobson, I think you've got a very good midfielder on your hands. So for his season, I'm going to put him in good. Elliot Embleton, again, I haven't saw enough to read, so I'll just put in not enough to read. Lyndon Goose. I remember when he's been one of our best players this season, let's be honest. Before he got into against Tranmere, he was playing well. Well, I remember the game against Tranmere, he was just being playing well, got a goal, and yes. But since he did After he did go out in the, I think it was after about 2 months, we couldn't win a game to save our life. And when he came back, and we really missed him, but when he came back, he looked different, like for us, and whether we were going to achieve promotion or not. So, and he scored 10 goals and 1 assist. What 10 goals is great. I do agree he is a bit ball greedy, but he needs to work more on his gaming intelligence and stuff. But for his season, I'm going to put in good. Duncan Watmore, I'm going to put in. He's had an awful season. At once, I thought he was one of our best players, but that's when we weren't playing well and no one was that good. But at times, I'll be honest, his pace has come in useful for us. Like, he might have won us a few points. And I remember that game against Tranmere where we won 5-0. He was the best player on the park by a mile. But since then, he hasn't, like, turned up in my opinion. So, yeah, Chris Maguire, I'm going to put in superb because he is one of the best attacking players in this league. He's got 10 goals and 10 assists. I believe he's the only person to pretty much have double figures in for this league so far. And I think we need to get his contracts up because like I said with Goats, I reckon our best spells since we've been in League One has been when Maguire's been and Goats have been on form. So yeah. Bendy can be okay. Again, I'm going to put in not enough to haven't played enough to rate because he came on for a few games to maybe try and help us either say a game out or try and get back in one. And he did score a goal against Coventry, what has been his highlight of the season so far. So but he hasn't played enough ultimately. So I'm going to put in have not played enough to rate. Antoine Semenyo, I think he looked okay when he came on. I remember against Gillingham, he had one run where he pretty much baited a defender and all I can't remember who it was, and he put it on a play for someone and he missed. But every time, but really, again, he hasn't really played that much. But when he has played, he's been good. So for that, I'm just going to put him in average Semenyo. And he's a raw talent, what I think could do well in the future. What I guess will be away from Sunderland. So yeah, Charlie White. There's been games where we've used him to perfection. I remember against Rochdale where he was just giving Goats and Maguire the joy, and Goats scored 2 goals and Maguire was in all 3. But there's been games like Oxford where fine, we did win 1-0, but you were trying to win free kicks and stuff. What did kind of put us under more pressure, especially when we didn't win them, if you get what I mean. But I know I said I would get rid of him. I don't think he's been awful this season, but I don't think he's been good, so I'm just going to put him in average because he has had his good games and he has had his bad games this season, Charlie White, so I'll just put him in average. Kyle Lafferty, I think that game against Gillingham showed that he's a good striker for this level. As well, every time he came off the bench, since January, he's had these smart little touches and stuff, and you could tell he's better on the ball and off than White, and he took 2 goals well against Gillingham, and I think next season, if we can get him signed to win a contract, I think it could be a big player for us. But from what I've seen so far, because I remember that Portsmouth game and the Bristol Rovers game, where he was just horrendous. Especially the second half, he just did nothing against Portsmouth was when he came on. Again, Bristol Rovers, he lost his head. He could have easily been sent off. So yeah. And Will Grigg, he's just been bad since he came to Sunderland, and I think that he's only scored 1 goal this season, what just isn't good enough really for a striker of his calibre, and so I'm going to put him in awful, even though again that bit I don't really want to do it well. I don't really want to do it every the 4 players I put in awful, but I am. So I'm going to run through the list. So in superb, I put Willis and Maguire. In good, I put McLaughlin 09, Wright, Dobson and Goots. Average, Burrs, Flanagan, Ozturk, Lynch, Hume, Power, Semenyo, White and Lafty. In haven't played enough, I put Tommy Smith, Declan John, Josh Scowen, Elliot Embleton and Benji and Bjorka. And in also I put Conor McLaughlin, Grant Lepitter, Duncan Watmore and Will Grigg. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Feel free to put your opinions down in the comments if you agree with it or not. I hope you're all staying safe with the virus going around. So like, subscribe, view, comment and see ya.